We should move on to Rangers. A lot of people asking us about Conor Coady after last night. Gianni asks if we think it's a done deal. Is Andy Newport at Glasgow Central waiting for his arrival with a chicken royale meal? We cannot confirm or deny that. But, I mean, we're getting a bit of stick as well.
Andy likes a signing.
He does like a signing now. We're getting a bit of stick as well about Conor Coady because last night we obviously went live. So
our investigating skills might have come up a little bit short.
We might have been caught out last night. There's a few people, I'm trying to find the comments now, but a few people picking us up on that. DP here saying, please tell me Keith addressed the Conor Coady stuff from yesterday. Obviously, me as well. Looking at the pictures, we couldn't see Conor Coady, and it was when we were online last night live. People texting going, he actually is there.
Well, it wasn't that. I saw a photograph, which I don't know where it's still at it, that one there, that exact one. That I didn't see that. Maybe that is. Maybe if it's a grab off the video that I did see. But that guy with the hat was so quick out of that shot that I didn't see him.
I mean, I think that is Coady, but it's not.
Oh, that is Conor Coady.
I know, but you could be forgiven for going, I don't know.
Yeah, well, look, do you know what? We went on what we could go on. As I said last night, and I stressed the point, the most important, the most significant part of that last night's information wasn't, and I did say repeatedly, you can't tell unless you're at the airport and you're counting them on and off the plane, if he's there, if he's not there. So we're speculation, we're looking at videos, and he doesn't appear to be there. We're not saying he's definitely not there. The important information last night is that Leicester City have been in talks with the guy that they consider to be his replacement. That's the really important thing, because it indicates that this is getting to a point now where Leicester are already preparing for life without Conor Coady, albeit he's at the training camp just now. But this very much feels to me, and as I've said for a while, the delay has been at Leicester's end. Conor Coady wants to go to Rangers. Rangers want Conor Coady to go to them. And when you're getting to the point where Leicester are engaged in discussions with a fairly prominent, by the way, very experienced English centre-half who has been kicking about and not in a low-profile way in England's Premier League for a number of years, then there's more than a bit of substance to it. Now, I think Conor Coady would have preferred to have been allowed to go up to Glasgow rather than head to Austria. I think they arrived in Graz, actually, yesterday. I'm sure that he would have, in an ideal world, been given permission instead to leave camp, to go up to Glasgow, to get this signed, because obviously by, I don't know what time it is tonight, is it maybe 11 p.m. British time, I'm not sure. Rangers have to register their squad for the first round of qualifiers for the Champions League against Panathinkaikos. And the information we had shortly before coming on show, Daniel, was that Rangers do not anticipate any announcements, signing announcements between now and then. So it looks as if it's all quiet, and it's going to be all quiet for the next few hours. Now that I've said that, obviously they'll probably sign about 5 players.
Breaking no.
But that's the word that we were getting just a couple of minutes before coming on here.
Yeah.
So Conor Coady, it would leave Rangers now with an opportunity to hurry. At the 11th hour, you get special mitigation to sign 2 players up until 24 hours ahead of kick-off. So Monday night, 7:45, Rangers could still add 2 more players to the squad.
See, even on that though, our esteemed colleague Gavin Berry from Record Sport, he was talking to me earlier, and I said, I think, he can be a wild card signing. But as he pointed out, he's not played any, would he even play in these games against Panathinkaikos? He's not played any pre-season games.
Well, he has.
Has he played? Has he? Okay.
He actually asked Leicester. Leicester have been aware of what's going on, right?
Aye.
And Conor Coady asked Leicester, according to my sources, to be given game time,
right, in
order to make sure that he's as fit and ready as he possibly can be. And he's a guy that I think Russell Martin would trust to put in, even in a situation like this. And you've got to remember, what are the options?
Aye.
Now, John Souttar, does he fancy John Souttar? He inherited John Souttar, and his first meeting with John Souttar was to find out that John Souttar had delayed his hernia op. I don't think that pleased Russell Martin. He's then brought in a couple of younger signings, guys that, one from Peterborough and one who didn't hardly get much football at Wolves, and Nasser Giga. So
You'd want Coady.
So you look at it. I think if Russell Martin could get that over the line before Monday night, I think Conor Coady would go straight into the team. Yeah.
Scott in the comments is one of a few people saying, is there a fee for Coady that we know of?
Yes, there will be a fee because he's got 1 year left in his contract, and basically Leicester have got financial issues which are well known about, and they look as if they're going to get docked 9 points before they've kicked a ball in the Championship this season because of them. They're trying to shuffle things around, and I think if they get a fee, and I think that fee would likely be round about the £2 million mark, if they could get a fee for like that in, they probably might have to pay Conor Coady off, because I can see a differential in the wages that he's earning at the King Power, what he'd likely to be earning at Ibrox. Although that said, when you're relegated from the Premier League, very often your wages are cut in half when you go into the Championship. So maybe the differential between what he would hope to earn at Rangers and what he would earn in the Championship at Leicester might not be that big a gap, but it might still require some sort of financial settlement at the Leicester end. And then Leicester, as we've said, they've got their eyes on a guy that won't involve a transfer fee, who they see as a ready-made replacement, and who some people might even regard as an upgrade. So financially, there's a deal there to be made that makes sense for all parties.
Well, I mean, David in the comments saying it's that Rangers can't afford his personal wages, and obviously a few of the guys asking about a fee. But what I'm saying is, as far as we know, the last big stumbling block is Leicester getting a replacement.
Well, Leicester getting a replacement, Leicester have just got a new... Leicester have left everything to the 11th hour this summer.
Of course, I mean, manager.
It was clear at the end of the season that Van Nistelrooy wasn't going to get the job, and yet he was still in the job until quite recently.
A week ago or something.
Don't know why. Leicester are a club that are in a real mess. Their own fans are sick of it. So I think when you're dealing with a club which, you know, the guys are running about with their hair on fire, maybe that's got something to do with delays as well. Maybe they've decided one thing 1 minute and then changed their mind the next. Do I think this deal still happens? Having made a couple of calls and spoken to a couple of people just before we come on air, I was starting to think, I'll be honest with you, I was starting to think, I wonder if this is going cold. I've made a couple of inquiries just before we came on air. People around it still expect it to happen. It just may not happen as quickly as Rangers would have hoped.